Welcome to the low mid-budget watch report. And today we're going all the way back to the 80s and maybe early 90s. And if you wonder about the music, it's the 80s and theme. It's the from some Swedish sitcom. Never mind that. Never mind the music. I just like the song. I also love the sitcom, but I think it hasn't aged too well. But let's get back to the 80s. You're maybe not familiar with the brand Gul. Gul is surfer clothes, surfer stuff brand for surfers. I guess they have surfer boards maybe. I don't know. Gul is a surfer brand. It's from the from the early 60s or something. But in 1980, some Swedish dude took over the watch brand Gul, or the watch part of the brand Gul. So Gul watches became extremely popular in the at least in the 90s. I was just a kid in the 80s. I don't remember, but I remember in the 90s a lot of people had Gul, and also a lot of people who had the Gul watches still has the watches, and they still work. And I always see on the net for sale old Gul watches from the 80s. So there's a lot of Gul watches in Sweden. Well, anyhow, and they almost always looked the same. The Gul number one is the major Gul watch. So let's take a look at this particular watch I'm going to unbox today. So it's not really an unboxing, it's more like a unpacking, because it came in this post box, but it's not a watch box. But then it came like this. Here you go. Here is the box. I don't care too much. I ordered some Gul watches in the past. I bought that $40 Gul, the work watch, and so I already have a Gul box that I can put this in, but I don't need the box. I bought it direct from the company on the company homepage, and the watch was like 90 euro or even less, because I don't know how much the Swedish crown is worth these days, but I guess around 90 euros, $90. So it's a very cheap diver, and the reason that I do this is because it's only a 100-meter water resistance on it. So the watch is actually the number one orange with a rubber strap. So let's take a look. Unpackaging this Gul. They could have left a sticker like this. Would have been cool, but yeah. And here is the watch. Looks really nice. I think it's pretty well. There's not much anti-reflection on the crystal. Water resistant to 100 meter. And I love this Gul number one model. It's very unique. I haven't seen any watches designed like exactly like this, and it gives it a very retro look. Well, retro to me because I grew up seeing these type of watches all the time. Let's try it on. Very comfy, very comfortable rubber strap. Let's take a look at the strap, and it also says Gul. It's typical diver strap. The case back is a screw off case back, and it's a Japanese movement. I know it's Amiyota movement. And the glass is mineral crystal. The case is some, I think, resin, and the back case back is stainless steel, of course. So yeah, it's I was afraid. Okay, there was plastic on the. It was plastic on the crystal. So take a look again. This is maybe so it looks a bit better without the plastic on it. So it's mineral crystal. It is stainless steel case back, and I think the case is resin, but it's very heavy. So yeah, I don't know the material of the bezel. Could you rotate it? No, you can't rotate the bezel. Actually, no. So it's a very simple watch, but it is the Gul number one. The classic Gul number one comes with a Velcro strap, but I don't like Velcro. Think it's I have a Velcro strap back there from Gul, and I will never use a Velcro strap when going for a swim or dive or whatever. And yeah, I don't know how good 100-meter water resistant is, but I guess it's enough. I always go, when I go and take a swim, I always go for the highest jump tower I can find. I always jump. If there's a 10th floor jump tower, I go 10th floor up and I jump straight into the water and I dive to the bottom of the lake. But I guess when jumping from a jump tower, it gives more pressure when going to the bottom of the lake. I guess this one will be good. No problem for me. 100-meter water resistant is okie doke. So this is a typical sport slash divers. It's a surfer watch. This is a watch you need when you go surfing. I don't do surfing. I've done it once in Sri Lanka. But I guess, if you like jumping into water and just swimming, you can use this watch too. And it's a cool looking watch. I like the colors. Well, there's a lot of different colors you can choose from when you buy Gul watches, but I like these colors. I also like, the design of the watch. It makes the watch look, unique. It has some unique design. And well, let's take a look at the measurements. I think I'm talking too much about this watch. Let's take a look at the measurements. It's 42 millimeters. The case is 42 millimeters, and from the case bottom to the top of the crown, it's like 44 millimeters. And from lug end to lug end, it is 50 millimeters. Between the lugs, it is... Between the lugs, it's 20 millimeters, and the thickness of the watch is 11 millimeters. And so it's a pretty normal size watch. It's heavier than a G-Shock. And very comfortable rubber strap, very well done. It's kind of crispy on the inside, and it's very soft. Just feels right. Let's take a closer look. And here's a closer look at the Gul number one watch with the orange dial. And as you can see, the numbers are printed on, and actually don't know if there's any lume on this one. I think it is. I will take a look at that later. As you can see, it's a very unique design, and yeah, it's just a well-made sport watch. And this is how the case back looks like. Wind up case back, and yeah, there's no special features to this particular watch, but it's a nice looking watch. And this is how it looks on the wrist. And yeah, the strap, the rubber strap, is really super comfortable. So I guess there's only lume on the hour and the minute hands. So yeah, there's no advanced lume to this watch. So yeah, what is there to say about this watch? It's the quality is fine, but I guess the lume on the only on the hour and the minute hand is a bit cheap. I would have wished to have some lume at the markers. I wish there was at least one marker with lume. But who cares? It's a sport watch, really, more than a diver watch. It's not really a diver watch. It's more like a surfer watch, if you ask me. But you can feel the quality. You can feel that it's a good watch. And I never had a problem with these type of watches. My daughter has this Gul, and it's also 100 meter water resistance to this one, and yeah, she always punches against walls and stuff, and it still works fine. So the quality is pretty nice. The rubber strap is very nice. It's one of the nicest rubber straps I ever felt. The rubber strap is really 10 out of 10 of rubber straps. And yeah, the design is really cool. So I guess they have it on sale now on their own website, and it's around $90. I don't know exactly how much dollar it is, but I think between $90 and $95 or something. It's for me, it's a retro watch. It has a vintage look for me. I don't know if I can say vintage, but it looks like the 80s. No, going back to the 80s. If you're looking for a sport watch with a very nice rubber strap and a cool fresh design to it, a unique design, I think the Gul watches are the Gul number 1 is a very nice, cool watch. And the Gul also has some other watches that is also kind of cool. So, but I think this is their major watch. This is the big deal of Gul, the Gul number 1. I don't think they can make another hit like this. Yeah, if you're going to buy a Gul watch, you definitely need to have a Gul number 1. Yeah, that's all, folks. See you next time. And yeah, I got 60 subs now. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. You're my watch bros. So yeah, peace out.